It's time for Dave Ryan's War of the Roses.
When we meet people and we tell them that we work at KDWB, they always say, oh, yeah, War of the Roses.
Literally.
Yeah.
I was getting a salad yesterday downstairs, and the lady Maria's like, okay, I need to know how this one ended, because I didn't get to hear the ending. I was like, all right, let me tell you.
War of the Roses starting right now on KDWB. Let's say hello to Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for being on War of the Roses. I read your email, but rather than me explain what's going on, tell me why you're suspicious that Peter is up to something. What's going on?
He's been acting super weird lately, and over the past month or so, a few times he's called me Nicole by mistake. He said that it was this girl from his class, and he was like, you guys kind of look alike, and I sometimes call her Emily, but that just sounds kind of made up to me. And then a couple of weeks ago, I was driving, and I saw him 2 lanes over turning, and I wasn't able to follow or anything because I was going to turn left, and he was all the way over going to turn right. But I'm positive that it was him, and he was supposed to be at work at that time.
Okay, so you're spotted. Are you sure it was his car? Because I thought I've seen people in the past and it wasn't their car.
I'm pretty sure. It looked just like his car. The person driving looked just like him. The same air freshener.
Okay.
Okay. So where is so let me back up. Okay, first of all, I understand. I call Fallon Allison sometimes. My daughter's named Allison.
Yep.
And I think I even call Steve Carson sometimes.
Yeah.
So that does happen if you're around somebody a whole lot.
For sure.
And I know I called Allison Fallon before. So that does happen. But he's called you a girl's name, Nicole, that he goes to school with, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that is innocent, or that was just part of the equation? What do you think?
No. I know people do mix up names, and some of those things where I feel I could understand, him calling her my name, but I feel for him to call me her name, it means she's on his mind.
I gotcha. That makes sense. So then let's go back to the part where you saw him on the road. What part of town, where, I'm trying to picture this, where were you anyway?
It's off of 55, but he works downtown, so I don't know what he was doing there.
Okay, so I'm
you
picturing
can go
this.
down 55 from downtown.
Yeah.
But if he said he wasn't there, then that's where it's weird.
So you're in the far left lane, and you look over, or were you moving at the time, or what?
No, I was stopped at the light, and I looked over, and then he turned.
He turned right.
Right, yeah.
And that's when you saw the car, you saw the air freshener, you saw him, and you're like, what the hell is he doing? So then we kind of cut you off on this part, but did you ask him about it, or what?
Yeah, I texted him, and he didn't answer, and then I asked him about it later, and he just kind of dodged it. He said he was sure that I was mistaken, that it must have been someone else, but
yeah,
I'm positive it was him.
Well, that's really weird, because if he was doing something and it really was him, then he would tell you if it was innocent. He'd be like, oh, yeah, I had to stop by and, pick up something for work, or I was going to pick up lunch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But the fact that he denied it was him, and what percentage are you that it was him?
I'm 90% sure that it was him.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We've got him calling you the wrong name a couple of times, and then also that mysterious sighting on Highway 55 where you're certain it was him, but he denies that he says he was work and was nowhere near Highway 55 that day.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think that means he's cheating. I think it means he's got a gambling problem. He was on his way to the casino.
Okay, maybe.
Or cheating. Here's what we can do. We can call him, and we'll give him the old ploy where Fallon pretends that she's calling with a survey. And if he answers the survey, he wins a dozen roses. And then we'll see who he sends the roses to. I hope he doesn't send them to Nicole.
Same. We're looking for Emily, people. We're looking for Emily.
And we'll do that in a second. So you hang on, Emily. And I'll tell you what, before we make the phone call me at 651-989-KDWB and let me know, is this enough evidence to go on? I think it is. I think he's up to something, but I don't see cheating in there necessarily.
Yeah, it's not like somewhere you're like, oh, okay, you don't need us to tell you he's cheating. This one's kind of I don't know. Could go either way, really.
I think I like the ones that have harder, more disgusting evidence.
Understandable, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Stay there. We're going to talk to people next who would guess whether he's cheating or not, whether he'll send the roses to Nicole or to Emily, and is Emily being really paranoid, or is she justified in being suspicious? Call me now, 651-989-KDWB. War of the Roses Part 2 coming up in a moment. We're going to make the phone call. But first, I want to give you a little setup in case you missed it. So she's seeing this guy. They're serious. And he's been calling her the wrong name lately. And he says, it's a girl I go to school with. Okay, well, there's one thing. Still a little bit weird. Then, a couple of weeks ago, she's driving down Highway 55. She's in the left lane. She looks over in the right turning lane, so 2 lanes over, is him. Okay, well, that's weird because what's he doing there? He should be downtown at work.
Right.
Well, maybe he had to run an errand or go
Grab
pick
lunch,
up something or get lunch. And then so she asked him about it. He's like, no, that's not me. It wasn't me. And she's like, yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. Well, why is he lying about it if he was up to something innocent? So what do you think? Let me talk to Nathan from Andover. Hi, Nathan.
Hi.
What do you think's going on here?
Well, I can't exactly defend the guy for calling her the wrong name, but as for the getting caught downtown, well, my cousin was kind of caught in a similar situation with his girlfriend.
Yeah?
So he was driving around downtown, and she saw him, so she came to me about it because, he claimed that it wasn't him. So I talked to him, and it turns out that he had actually just lost his job, and he was really embarrassed about it.
Ooh.
So he would go hang out downtown so she wouldn't find out that he wasn't working. Okay, Haley over in St. Paul, what do you make about this? Is he cheating?
I feel like he is cheating because, she sounds like she's pretty sure that something's wrong, and also I have a weird feeling, if he wasn't cheating, then why would he lie about where he was?
Exactly. The only thing that could be, if he's telling the truth, is that it really wasn't him over on Highway 55. Thank you, Haley. Another Haley in Lakeville. Hi, Haley.
Hi.
What do you think's going on?
I think that maybe he's cheating, but it's always a weird thing because maybe he's just hiding something, like Nathan had said. Maybe he had lost his job, or maybe he was running somewhere, but at the same time, it's really sketchy to just lie about something like that.
It is.
See, the feedback I'm getting on texting is this girl's voice is hard to listen to.
Oh, no.
That's really the only feedback I'm getting over here, so.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's make the phone call on War of the Roses and find out who he sends the flowers to.
Hi, Peter. Thank you for taking the time out of your day, Peter. I appreciate it. And I want to get those dozen long stem romantic roses out for you, your recipient, actually, today. So I need to get a little info first, of course. I need to know who you'd like to send those roses to.
Let's send them to Emily.
Great. And you can attach a note to the roses if you'd like. What would you like that to say?
A little note, huh?
Yeah.
What's not cheesy? Let me think. Hang on. How about you mean the world to me? That'll work.
That's nice.
I thought he was going to say you complete me.
That would have been cheesy, though.
You complete me. Hey, Peter, I have some really weird news for you.
You're pregnant.
No, that's not it. This is kind of a trick to see who you would send roses to, and we're actually on the radio, and listening in right now is the entire Twin Cities area, but also your girlfriend, Emily, who you sent flowers to.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm a little...
Nah, I understand. Yeah, it takes a couple of tries until most people understand. So Emily called our radio station, and she told us that she was worried that you might be seeing somebody named Nicole. So
What?
Yeah, she's on the phone, and she was telling us why she was a little bit suspicious. Hey, Emily, say hi so he'll believe me and know that you're there.
Hi, it's me.
Emily.
She was suspicious because you had called her Nicole a couple of times in the last month or two.
Yeah, some girl in one of my classes.
Okay, but that's not the only thing. She also saw you driving somewhere. She's certain it was you, and you denied that it was you.
Do you remember that? She said you were driving on 55, middle of the day. You should have been at work, and then she asked you about it later. And
we had this conversation.
That's what she said. She said she said she's 90% certain it was you, but you denied it. And
Emily,
that made her think she's putting Nicole together with you denying that she saw you. And now
it was it was me. I was driving. You just did me.
So what were you doing?
I was delivering my skis and my boots and my goggles to somebody that I had sold them to on Craigslist, so that I could buy you, Emily, a birthday present, a very deluxe spa day, which I thought would be a wonderful gift. So,
ew,
and
wow.
I have the envelope if you want to look at it, so that you know, have it early, and so you know that that's what happened. And I'll show you my email so you can see my Craigslist ad, and the transaction I had with the guy.
So, oh my God. So this went from
You were doing something nice for her.
this 1 minute you were doing something really suspicious that you were denying. The next one is you were selling your ski stuff so you could buy her a birthday present. Emily, did you hear?
I sold my stuff so I could buy her a birthday present.
And when he first said this, I was like, this is the biggest bunch of crap I've ever heard. But you've got the email and you've got whatever that shows that you really did do this.
Yeah, I have the original ad too. I'm in the picture actually with the skis.
Look who's really quiet right now, Emily.
Well, I'm quiet, and I feel bad because you guys don't, know us, so I don't want you to think that I'm so ungrateful that I'd be mad at him for getting me a gift. But it kind of like there's a little bit more like. We fight about money a lot, and this is one of those things that I always tell him, like, you use those skis. Like, we both go skiing. Like, I can't believe that you would sell them. Like, you didn't have to give me a birthday gift. I would have much rather you kept your skis because you're going to regret this in the winter. I don't know what you're thinking. And then you lied to me. Like, I know that's you're trying to do something nice, but like we fight about this all the time, and you don't listen, and now you did it again.
I know you said, Emily, that you don't want to sound ungrateful, but I don't know your situation.
I don't, yeah.
But you kind of do sound a little bit ungrateful from an outsider's point of view.
It's not that I don't appreciate him getting me a gift. Like that's very thoughtful. It's that he's terrible with money. And then now he's having to sell something that he's going to have to just buy again in a few months to get me a gift, something that I don't need, that I don't want. I'm sorry. I know it sounds like I'm like so ungrateful and stuff, but like this is a whole bigger issue, I guess.
Well, it's not like me to get in the middle of a fight between a couple, so
No,
it's not my style. Hey, listen, but the good news is, all I can tell you, Emily, is
there isn't a Nicole that's really in the picture.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's seen anybody named Nicole. So,
well, I'm glad that happened.
How do you feel about this, Peter? I mean, what do you say? Is she right about the money problem?
I'm literally digging my fingers into the side of my forehead right now. Just I can't win. I don't know. Like, she's like, you never do anything, you never make a romantic gesture, something that just like you do on your own that I don't have to tell you to do. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get her a huge spa day with a facial and like massage and the whole inclusive package, really impressive. But that's not good enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's like you don't
I don't want to get
you
into
don't
a fight.
listen to me. Like I don't want a spa day. I want to go skiing with you, and you didn't listen to me. Like I just all I want.
It's in winter. I have so much time. If I have to, I don't know. It's like.